Hey there everybody, welcome back to another Wheelassassin video. This is part number 22 of our Starcourt Moor series. And you'll probably notice in the intro there I didn't go ahead and punch, because normally when I punch, I did it a couple of times, had to redo my intro for part 21. I ended up punching out half the roof, like literally I had to go and repair about 20 blocks because I was punching too much. So that might be a thing I might not do for a while in intros, but I don't think it's too serious, you know, just to let you guys know. I thought I'd, you know, just drop that in there. But yeah, we're going to be building Scoops Ahoy today. If I spin around, we can go check it out. So this is a similar design to the one I actually made on its own. This is actually the world I started doing Stranger Things sort of builds on, I guess. And Scoops was the first sort of Starcourt building I made, which is pretty cool. So it's using a similar design to what I did originally, just so I could keep it nice and fresh in my mind, I guess. We have some more detail though over here, so we have some like milk buckets to represent some ice cream, of course, and then some apples just to maybe add some flavouring. We also have some like syrups over here on the wall, so you can dispense them with those tripwire hooks. Of course, the cash register and the register area. In the back room that is staff only, we actually have a little bit more detail back here with the clock up there, and then the you rule and you suck board up here that Robin holds up to Steve every time he he's trying to get a relationship and he just fails at every single one. So that is what we've incorporated into this build. Pretty awesome stuff. And you can go behind the store, and then there's got this corridor that goes all the way up to the cinema and connects up to one of these side doors on a cinema hallway. So lots to do in this episode, but we are definitely going to get there. It's going to be super fun. It's actually a tutorial I've been looking forward to doing ever since I started building Starcourt, so I'm actually super pumped to get teaching this one. Let's get doing it. So now then guys, we are going to go to the left of our gap store, and back here is where we're going to build Starcourt, Scoops Ahoy even. This is Starcourt, what am I saying? So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to take these materials, some light blue concrete, some smooth quartz slab that is, dark oak wood planks, some spruce stairs, some spruce fence, why can't I read, some smooth quartz block, birch button, white concrete, spruce door, and some glass panes. We are first of all going to take ourselves our smooth quartz block. We're going to go up the side over here, so in the floor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks up like so. Okay, then we are going to go ahead and go just here, so diagonally away from this one, and out the front. We're going to place a block of 2 just here. Go out diagonally from this one, place a block of 2, go back in on yourself diagonally for a block of 2. Then we're going to take our wooden planks and we're going to go up for 2, along for 3. Then we can take our spruce fence and go over the top of these, like so. Then take our smooth quartz slab and go a block over all of these, like so. We are then going to take our light blue concrete and start from the planks that we used a minute ago. We are going to go 1, 2, 3, let me just switch pictures so I can see what's going on, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to go up to 7 on the roof there. We're going to do this along at the top for about 2 more, like so, and then we're going to go ahead and bring down the pillar here, all the way to the floor, like so. Bear in mind we still need to use the end stone bricks just to fill in this flooring area, that's why it looks super tall at the moment. Okay, so now we have that done, we can go back up to the top and take our planks again, and we are going to go all the way along, like so. We are then going to go ahead and come out a block for 3 planks just like so, drop on this end one closest to the door and place a light blue concrete. Then the rest is going to be used with the white concrete just there. Then coming to the left of this one light blue concrete, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is going to be the Scoops Ahoy sign. So above, another 4 with our light blue concrete, and below, another 4 with our light blue concrete. Then of course we have to add that one on the end, and then our 2 white concrete on the end of that. We're basically mimicking what we did over on this right side to the left side. So at the back we need to add in our 1, 2, 3, and then of course build that up along. Then add the 4th one to that back one. Now on the back one we can go ahead and add in the quartz pillar that goes all the way down to the floor, like so. Once again, let's grab our planks and make this fence. So this goes up 2 blocks in between the quartz and the light blue concrete. Then spruce fence on top, like so. And that is looking great. Alrighty, awesome. So what I'm actually going to do real quick is I'm going to quickly swap out my... let's swap out the quartz for a second, so we can grab ourselves these endstone bricks. Let's fill up all the way over to here. And not go inside the doorway. Don't go in the door frame. Trying to figure this out real quick. No, actually go into... Yeah, go into this block here, so in front of the door frame. And make it just a big rectangle connecting up to this quartz pillar over here. Let's go ahead and do that now. That is looking pretty great, guys. It definitely helps adding in these endstone bricks, so we can basically shorten the height of all those blocks we just made just by a block level, because you know it looks quite tall and we want it to look nice and cozy, I guess. It's a very, very cool looking ice cream parlor, so we need to make it look like that. So let's take our... Let me just quickly switch pictures. I don't want to get this wrong, so I'm just going to quickly double check my work. Okay, so we're going to take our planks, we're going to come onto the inside and place just a row of planks just in that gap there, and then just a block here. So let's do it here. So 2 rows of 3 on the inside like so. Let me just go ahead and light this place up because it's looking pretty dark. Need to see what we're doing. Alright, so here we go. Let's put one up here. So I've added just 2 rows of 3 just there. 6 blocks in total above the fence. Looks really, really cool. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and take our white concrete. We're going to place a block just about here. 1 light blue and then 1 white concrete there. Exactly the same on the opposite side. So white concrete, light blue, white concrete. Oops, my mistake. I went too far in. White concrete, light blue, white concrete. There we go. Okay, so make sure to keep the end ones clear if you can, because we're going to build walls all the way along there and to the back of the store. Pretty wicked. We can take our light blue concrete and just double stack this door frame so it goes back by another level, like this. Let's also do it for this 2 block road there. Much better. Awesome. So we now have a little passageway into Scoops Ahoy. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and switch up my materials real quick and I'll be right back. We are going to be keeping some materials, so just bear that in mind. Alright, let's grab some new ones and get back to it. Alright guys, so I've just freshened up my inventory a little bit. I've just gone ahead and grabbed some smooth quartz stairs, some dark oak wood stairs. Of course we had sea lanterns before, and all the rest of these materials are pretty much the same. Just add in the stairs because these are going to be helpful for doing a little bit of the interior design and things like that. So, let's first of all go ahead and mark out the rest of this building. So what we're going to do is we're going to take ourselves our white concrete. We're going to place one diagonally. So looking at the inside as if you were going to walk out the store, we're going to go to the left, place a white concrete diagonally from that other white concrete, and then we're going to alternate between the two. I'm just going to move mine closer together so it's easier to do faster. Okay, so here we go. So it is just going to alternate until we get back to the back. Oops. Perfect. So we're actually going to count real quick. We are going to go for about... The entire length of Starcourt's walls are about 18 blocks, but we need to stop on 13 because we're going to be building the back room. So 1, 2 would be here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect, well 13 is where we're going to be stopping because this is going to be our room back here. So, let's go ahead and build this pillar down. And build this one out again. Like so. Cool. Bear in mind this wall is going to be filled in as well with some new materials, so don't worry too much about that at the moment. So double stack your white concrete on this one. Then we're going to take our light blue concrete and build this straight up to the top. We are going to need to block some of this out for a window, but we'll do that later as well. So for this next bit we are going to go for a couple white concrete blocks in the floor, so about 2 up, for 3 along, so technically 6 blocks like this. Then we're going to go for a row of 3 down at the top. Then the white, light blue concrete, of course. Let's just change up this middle one for that as well. Then our white concrete goes along this one. Then our light blue concrete goes all the way up to the roof from the floor. Same with a white concrete block just over here. Then another light blue. There we go. And then a white concrete. Then we're going to go for a 1, 2, 3 down from the ceiling with our light blue concrete. And probably just one, let's go for, yeah, just the one in the floor at the moment. We can change it up if we need to later. For now, it's always good to mark out. Let's do a white concrete pillar on the end, and this is going to be part of a wall. So this wall, light blue concrete besides that white one, going back into the front entrance of the build. White concrete, and let's just alternate basically between these two materials until we reach the front of the store. Now this should hopefully alternate enough that when we get back to the store, there shouldn't be two lots of the same color grouped up. So let's hope, fingers crossed, that it's going to be fine. Almost there now. And then a couple more to go. Perfect. And then light blue in this last one. Make sure we get all the way to the roof. There we go. Perfect. Phew. Alright, that's looking awesome. Okay, so to get started on your floor, guys, what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and use our light blue concrete and our white concrete to alternate between these for the floor kind of pattern. So in the doorway, start with a light blue, then we're going to go for a white, and then we're just going to basically do this pattern all the way along the store. Do it in the middle first, because then you can branch off to the sides, and it's a lot easier to do after that. So let's go ahead, just alternate this all the way to the back, like this, and then branch out and still do the same pattern for the rest of this flooring. Let's just move our sea lanterns up a sec, so we can actually use this floor. Make sure we have enough space for it. Alright, let's do that now, and I'm also going to grab some new materials for finishing off this wall. Alright, let's do it. Alright then guys, so for this next section of our Scoops Ahoy tutorial, we're going to be taking our concretes again, so our light blue and our white concrete, and extend these walls down over here. So basically we want one block out the top free for our roof section. Let's go to either side of the door and fill these down with their corresponding blocks, and do the same for this right side wall if you're coming through the front door. Nice one. Of course, let's do it for the right side of the door if you're coming out of the store. Let's take our dark oak wood stairs and go on these planks for upside down lots of 3. Upside down lots of 3, you know what I mean. And then we will take our light blue concrete and put 2 in that corner. Then we will take our packed ice, drop down from the light blue with 3 blocks, like so. And then we will go along for these 3 rows just to add in that sort of wall that Scoops Ahoy has, representing a bit of sort of boat, a bit more of a nautical look. Cool. Then we can go ahead and use the same materials as we did up top for the bottom down here, just alternating between our materials again, like this, until we reach the front, like so. Wicked. One thing I forgot to mention earlier is come over to this one over here, where we built like a door frame over to the left of the window, and just replace this bottom block with a white concrete in there. Cool, we are also going to go ahead and extend that light blue one down by a block, so we can add in the roof next. So then, for our roof section, we are going to go ahead and just use some white concrete and some sea lanterns. So I'm going to move these closer together. We are going to go ahead and put a row of sea lanterns, a block in from each side, but right up to the front entrance like so. Then we are going to go ahead and fill this around with white concrete. Then we are going to go ahead and do that basically all the way until we reach the back of the store. So let's go ahead and just do this real quick. Strip lights always do seem to work best in Minecraft, especially with an underground building. Of course, for you guys on a super flat world building above ground, this is actually really good to do anyway, because you'll just be filling over, you know, the roof of Starcourt, of Scoops Ahoy. Why do I keep calling it Starcourt, dude? It's so weird. Alright, almost there now. Just fill up this last one. Amazing. Okay, there we go. So for our window, we're just going to go ahead and take the glass panes all the way around, leaving a block gap in the middle on that light blue concrete at the bottom. Sweet. Let's take ourselves our smooth quartz stairs, and we are going to go upside down in front of these fences on the inside of the store. and go up to about 4 blocks along the packed ice, so about to here. Like so. Let's do it on this side. Make sure they're exact same, inline, perfect. That is looking awesome. Okay, well, let's go ahead and probably do the desk and the rest of the inside now. We do need to still mark out the rest of the store, so we might actually do that next, because this back room does take up a lot of space, and it's actually more space than we have cut out, so that's okay. We can just go ahead and remove some blocks for that section, but that's not too much trouble. Okay, let's do it now. Alright then guys, so this back section of Scoops Ahoy is gonna be around 5 blocks, I believe. Basically we need to make these exterior walls, these 2 walls on our sides long, up to about 18 blocks, and then we have about 13 already. Let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13 in the wall there. So we need to go back by 18, so we're gonna go ahead and add in 14, 15, 16, we're going to have to cut into the wall here. So 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 18 is going to be just here. Now let's mark that out real quick, but we are not going to stop just there, because Scoops is the only shop on this corridor to actually have a corridor that goes behind it, of course up to the cinema. Now this is a little bit of wasted space, but that is okay for now. We are going to use some of the space for our back room, but the bit behind the gap and stuff like that is going to be, you know, underused. We're not going to use that at all. So if you want to figure out some way of using that, if you want to, you don't have to, then yeah, definitely let me know in the comments down below. That'd be really, really cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and just break this by hand. It's not going to be too much trouble. For those of you that are on super flat, this is where you're going to be laughing at us going underground, because you get to not break any, you know, dirt out, which is lovely. Ah, lucky as well. So we need to go right up to the corner, which is just this block, just here. So perfect. Just fill that back up. So let's mark this out as well, this side. Up to our 18. Just over here. I'll tell you what's been annoying today when I've been filming, is I've literally needed to sneeze every time I start recording. So I stop recording to like just try and sneeze, and then, you know, it just goes, and then as I'm filming I get this like tickle in my nose, and it just feels like I want to sneeze again. I don't want to sneeze on like camera, basically, because it'll be super loud. It would just be like probably scare the hell out of everyone. Like irritations like that is just what you don't need when you're filming. Right, that's perfect. So let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, adding on to 13, which is of course 18. Okay, let me just double check that in my head. Oh, jeez. Okay, so white concrete, blue, white, blue. Oops. Alternating again until we reach the other side, basically. Don't worry about that bit, like double stacking. We already had to double stack our white concrete over here, and it really doesn't matter too much, because at the end of the day, you're only going to see one of these blocks. So, before I forget as well, let's go back by another 3 from this marker. Of course, you can use slash fill if you wish, but it really is just too simple to not just break it by hand, you know. Save ourselves some commands. So let's just go right up to the other side over here. Bear in mind we're going to need to go back, so you may have to do slash fill along this wall, but at the moment it wouldn't be too bad. Or what we can do, if you guys want to, is we can just curve the corridor so it goes all the way back behind Scoops, and then it goes down and into this gap, so we don't have to break any more blocks. We might do that, just so it's a little bit simpler. It really doesn't matter however you build the corridors behind. We only see a little bit of the corridor in Stranger Things, so, you know, I'm pretty sure if you were trying to build like a replica, you wouldn't actually know where these sort of corridors lead to anyway, because there isn't actually that many plans for them all online. Well, I couldn't find any anyway. Okay. Almost there now. Perfect. And then we'll just go ahead and we'll break in this floor as well, just so we have a little bit more space. So yeah, that is going to be good. That is going to be nice and helpful. So let's also make room for that corner. So 1, 2, 3. Just over here. Oh, my mistake. Really am sorry for some of these harder sections, guys. Well, harder sections in like the effort, I guess, goes into it. I try and make my tutorials as simple as possible, but with like Starcourt, for example, breaking all these materials is actually very, very challenging. Not gonna lie, that was probably the hardest part when I was rebuilding this mall. Okay, perfect. So we have a bit of space down here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start with blue in the floor, then white, and of course alternate for your sequence pattern on the floor over here. Don't worry about the wall because of course this is gonna go straight up to the roof. May want to do the walls first so you don't confuse yourselves. I might do that as well just because I get confused super easy. So we're actually going to use the door over here in line with our door going into the storeroom back here. So we're going to do it on this one. So, oops, that's going to be the same material. That's fine, we can sort that out. Double stack your white, it doesn't really matter just there. That one up there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 coming down. Perfect. White concrete. Some of these sea lanterns getting in the way now. Always the way. Right. We are almost there now. I love Scoops Ahoy. Like, rebuilding this part of the mall was definitely the most fun, not gonna lie, because it's got a lot of colour and they're very bright colours, like the light blue and the white concrete definitely shine quite well together. Definitely go nicely together. So rebuilding this has actually been very, very nice to do. I do find some sections do become a little bit like challenging to redo. You kind of just like, oh, I don't want to do that today, you know. I've already rebuilt it once, don't want to do it again. But no, I really do want to complete this mall for a second time, just because I really want to see your guys' malls as well. And if you do want to send me your progress so far, if you want to just like at Wheelassassin me on Twitter and Instagram, please feel free to do that. It's always cool to see your guys' progress as well as my own. There we go. Oh, and one more. Wicked. Okay, so on the roof, we're just going to do a similar design. This time we're going to only do 2 sea lanterns together, and the rest is going to be white concrete, of course. So like this design for the roof. Pretty simple. And over here, you're just going to have to put 1 on the end, but that's okay, as this is a doorway, so, you know, it won't make too much trouble. But that is actually really, really cool. Okay, and then we can just go ahead and put a spruce door just there, facing into the shop floor, I guess you could say. And then back here as well, onto the store room, facing into the storeroom, but outside to the corridor, you know what I mean? So pretty awesome stuff. Well then guys, I think, whilst we actually do have not that many materials for other sections, I'm going to go grab some new ones, and then we can actually go ahead and get decorating this place, and get that back corridor done as well, so we can get the boring bit out of the way first. Alright, let's go get some new materials. So then guys, regarding this sort of corridor door on our cinema, so this, if you're inside the cinema, it's going to be on your right, this side kind of corridor just here. For those of you, of course, on a super flat that can't go down, please do not worry about this section. You can just interpret however you want, basically. So maybe add like 1 step going down, and then your command block that's going to teleport you to the back of Starcourt, for example. Starcourt, I mean Scoops. Why do I keep saying that? Seriously. So what I've actually done for you guys going down, we are going to go a block in from the black concrete and the doorway. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stairs down. Then we're going to place a block at the bottom of the staircase. Then we're going to go take a sort of right turn, and we're going to go 1, 2 steps down, and then we're going to start a new floor down here. And that is going to be in line with the actual floor of the ground floor. If you were to go straight down just here, you would enter the hallway, and that is definitely not what we want to do. So we're going to curve and go down here. Once you're at the bottom, once you start this floor, at the bottom of your 2 stairs at the bottom, said bottom too much, it sounds weird. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 blocks just there. Then we're going to curve around here, and we should, he's right, go back along the hallway. That is perfect. And then we can actually go ahead and build this along. Now, if you wanted to make this super, super detailed, you could just, sorry, I was doing that earlier, and I think, you know, I was curving up way too early, so that was my mistake. So here we go. Yeah, so I was going to say, if you could If you did want to add like too much detail to this place, if you wanted to like make it super detailed, you could just fill this up with quartz as well, like here, and then maybe make the pathway for the hallway like a block in here, for example. But to be honest, as I'm doing this just like quite quick, and I'm not really gonna allow many people to see the behind the scenes of Starcourt, I'm just gonna build this, you know, right beside this wall, just so it saves me having to break out a load more dirt, basically. So now let's go ahead and fill up all of these dirt blocks with quartz and connect it up all the way down to scoops. I'm not going to show you guys how to do this because of course you know how to do this, and plus it'd be pretty boring, to be honest. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that done. Feel free to pause the video if you do need to, and yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Alright guys, what I will say is if you're going to go ahead and make this hallway, make sure to light it up in the roof. I've gone about 3 blocks high, all behind these stores on the ground level, the basement level. But as I got up to here and the end of the corridor with this sandstone pillar, I'm going to go ahead and shorten my roof height to about 2 blocks only, so you know you can't jump in here. Only because if you were to dig up again, you would be inside of the cinema screen and it just wouldn't be great. So yeah, definitely alternate between your sea lanterns and your quartz of the roof. And as you get to that corner, of course, make sure to put yourself a little sort of stair, kind of shifting the elevation of the roof down, I guess. So like just there, upside down stair, looks pretty good to make it all flow nicely. But yeah, let's get doing the rest of this. Alright guys, so once you have completed that, you should have something that looks a bit like this. Very long corridor with a bit of a going down on the roof, down at the end there. But that is perfect. Like, that is going to save us so much trouble, just using the back of these stores to our advantage with that last wall. Plus it actually looks really cool. It definitely looks like a skinny sort of corridor, which it's supposed to look like, and it's definitely not a place you want to just hang out all the time, because it'll take the looks away from, you know, the main lobby of Starcourt. So we're going to go ahead and place black concrete just in the remaining dirt blocks to the right of the end of scoops. Just add a bit of a dimension, I guess. So as you're coming along the corridor, if you look down there, it looks like it carries on going, you know, just a bit of an illusion. So we don't have to keep building corridors, basically. Perfect. So coming inside our back room, our storeroom of scoops, we're going to take our barrels and we're going to go 1, 2, oops, well 3, and then 4, and then 5 up here. Cool. We can then go ahead and take our stairs, our smooth quartz stairs, put one there, and these we're going to stack up right to the roof as well. Sorted. Then we can fill in the middle of these with just slabs, like so. Very big shelf. If you wanted to drop the roof down a notch as well, if you want, just because it looks very tall, but it's up to you guys. Then I'm going to go a block away from the shelf and place a normal spruce wood stair just there. A block away I'm going to place another one opposite that one. A spruce wood fence just there. I did accidentally take out my pressure plate, so I'm going to grab that back real quick. That was when I was trying to fill in the rest of the floor that I destroyed a minute ago. So here we go. So just a pressure plate on top of there, a spruce pressure plate if you can get one. And then we're going to go ahead and grab some new materials for the last remaining bits of this area. Alright then guys, so the remaining materials you're going to need for this back storeroom is some iron trapdoors, some glass panes, some spruce signs, item frame, and a clock. First things first, let's build the "You Rule and You Suck" sign. So above this table back here, we're going to go a block up, and then on the second block up, we're going to place an item frame just here, with a clock in, just like so. Place a spruce sign just to the right of this one, and this is going to be the "You Suck" sign. So on the, let's go second row down, "You" spelt with a capital Y, and then of course "Suck" spelt with a capital S. And this is going to have Roman numerals for the sort of way Robin has kind of written this. So we're going to go for a line, an I, and then a V, just here. Depends how you want to do that. You could do a V and then I as well, depending which kind of scene you're using, because of course Steve has failed many occasions, so you know, keep adding to the numbers if you wish. So let's go second line down on the left side of the clock, and on the sign we're going to write "You Rule." Again, capital Y and then capital R for the "You Rule." And then I'm just going to put a big fat 0 in there. Sorry, Steve. Dude, you're like my favourite character, but gotta work on the relationship lines, you know, pick-up lines. So then a block away from that sort of table and chairs area, we're going to go ahead and place 6 lots of glass, 2 pillars of 3, just like this, iron trapdoors on top, and then in the middle, like glass blocks, we're going to place 2 handles represented with glass panes. Perfect. Well, this storeroom is now completed, so we have one section of scoops done. Let's get doing the storefront. Alright then guys, so the next thing we're going to do is work on the front section of our shop floor. We're going to grab some oak wood stairs, some oak fence, some birch wood slab, some birch signs, some light blue carpet, some jungle trapdoors, and of course a torch. Or a couple if you're on survival. If you're on survival, by the way, you are doing an amazing job. Breaking out all this dirt and things, that must be a challenge, jeez. Alright, so what we're going to do is place a light blue carpet on top of all of these upside down quartz stairs inside of both our doorways. Both our sides of the doorways even. Let's place a birch slab there and a birch slab the opposite side in the exact same spot. Then we'll do one on the end just as well on both sides. Nice and symmetrical. Let's go ahead and place some birch signs behind these just to represent little stools. That one wanted to levitate. Oh, no. No, no, no. So like this. Sorted. So little stools just to represent a little bit place. Like a breakfast bar type thing, I guess. And for our first table and chairs, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on 5, we're going to place a chair just here. So it's literally in the doorway. Then we're going to place a fence. And then a chair behind that just there. We're going to place a blue carpet on top of that. Perfect. We're also going to do another one a block away from that one. The exact same layout for the table and chairs. Sweet. We can then go ahead and go in between these 2 table and chairs and go back to the wall over here and go 1, 2 with our chairs, 1, 2 fence with 1, 2 carpet on top, and then our oak stairs behind that for a little booth over there. So now then, let's go to our packed ice wall, and we're actually going to take ourselves our jungle trapdoors, go 1, 2 blocks in, and then on 3 we're going to place a jungle trapdoor with a handle facing to the roof. We're then going to place a torch just besides that, to the left that is, another trapdoor there. Let me just switch my picture so I don't get the wrong thing. Then we're going to leave a gap just here, so a block gap, and then we're going to place a trapdoor, a torch, and then a trapdoor once again. Awesome. These are supposed to represent the sort of ship's wheels that are on the wall over here. So pretty cool stuff. Alright then. So, there is one more table and chairs we need to add, and that is over here. So a block away from this breakfast table, breakfast bar even, we're going to place a chair just there, an oak fence, and then a chair just there. Carpet on the table and chairs, and then you can call that done. So let's go ahead and just place some torches over this side. So one just there, and then one just there. So the second white concrete in on both sides basically. Perfect. We need some new materials for this section over near the actual serving counter, I guess. So now then guys, I've grabbed myself some brown concrete powder, some orange concrete powder, item frames, tripwire hooks, dark oak wood planks, glass panes, white concrete, dark oak wood stairs, and some spruce trapdoors. Now the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and place my dispensers, and these are going to dispense, like, I don't know what the orange is supposed to represent, I'm not going to lie. I think I was supposed to like take some red concrete powder, but because I'm colorblind, probably couldn't see that. So when I was looking for my inventory, I ended up picking up orange, which, you know, just confuses the future me trying to build this for you guys. So let's just replace that with red concrete powder real quick. Just so we can pretend that's like strawberry sauce instead of orange cheese sauce or something. Ugh, on ice cream. Disgusting. So anyway, item frames are going to go up here to the right of the top of the windows. Your red is going to go over in this one, and your brown is going to go over here to represent chocolate sauce, of course. Tripwire hooks down below that one. Then we're going to go a block away from that wall and place a dark oak plank just there. 2 white concrete, 2 planks, 2 white concrete, 1 plank, and then your spruce trapdoor just there. 2 glass on both of these white concrete blocks, like so. almost like serving windows, I guess you could say. And then we're going to do a stair just there on top of the right counter top, if you're looking at this way, as if you're going up to order for a cash register, basically. Amazing. Now let's take our item frames and go 1, 2, 3 up there, 1, 2, 3, and up there. Cool. Let's finish off these materials, and yeah, let's finish off the build. So the remaining materials, we're going to need some spruce signs, some milk, and some apples. We are also going to grab ourselves some birch buttons, which I almost forgot to do. I think we grabbed them at the beginning, but we didn't actually use any, so that was my mistake. So birch buttons as well. Put 3 lots of milk in this right item frame kind of stack, and then to the left of that, place 3 apples, just like that. Take one of your spruce signs and place it above this door, and right on the second row down, staff only. Capital S and a capital O for this only bit, like so. Now we need 3 signs above this window, which are going to be order signs, so like what you can order from Scoops Ahoy. So if anyone knows the actual menu, please feel free to change up this. But on this top row, on the left side, I'm going to write milkshakes. Make sure I get my spelling correct. There we go, with a line that is as well. And then I'm going to write banana down on the second row down. Banana. Oh, I spelled it wrong. There we go. Then I'm going to write chocolate on the third row down. Like I said, feel free to change these up if you wish. Then I'm going to write strawberry on the last row down, because you've got to have a healthy one. Otherwise, you know, Scoops might get shut down for being too unhealthy. Not by me, of course. Like, jeez, I don't care if they do fattening food. I love fattening food. Cones on the second sign in the middle of this window, on the top row. Then on the second row down, we're going to write bubblegum. Bubblegum, lovely. You know, Scoops actually reminds me of a ice cream parlor I used to visit down at the seaside town I used to go to with my family. It's such a nice place. They do like all different types of ice cream, and they're huge as well. Like you can get Nutella with like peanut butter ice cream. Oh my gosh, like anything you want, they'll just do it for you. So good. Very, very nice people in there as well. So third row down, we're going to go chocolate, and then the last row down, we're going to go vanilla. Boom. And then for our last sign, we're going to write Sundays at the top, of course. Make sure to spell Sundays right if you can. It's not spelled like the day, it's spelled with an A and an E at the end there. Then we're going to go for splits on the second row down. So we're not actually going to write kind of all these because we already have the flavours on the other signs. And then we're going to write cakes on the third row down with another line. Ooh, make sure to space that out. There we go. And then drinks on the final line as well. That's kind of why we've got the fridge in the back room there for the drinks. Perfect. So you should be filled up like this, and it looks really pretty cool. It adds a bit more detail and care to the build as well. So when you come in, people can see you've taken your time with it. You know, you've actually gone ahead and written out the signs, and I'll always love that in Minecraft. Like when people see the little details like that, you know, that just makes me know that it's a really, really cool looking build. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, if they go to the back corridor, they'll see you've taken a lot of time anyway to clear that space out. But yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so now for the front, to finish this build off completely, we're going to take some birch buttons and go all the way around our light blue concrete for our sign. Wow, my throat is hurting. I actually have like a bit of a pain in the side of my neck right now. Oh my gosh. Well, that was super, super fun to build. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please be sure to drop a like, that'd be awesome, and definitely consider subscribing if you're new around here and you'd like to see some more of my Stranger Things builds. What was I saying there? Don't know. Blimey. For those of you that are wondering how many more episodes Starcourt has got, to be honest guys, I still haven't been encountered. I don't want to say an exact number because I don't think it's going to be how I, estimate it's going to be. Because of course that roof is going to take a while as well. As you can see, it's pretty huge. That's going to be about 3 episodes, I reckon, just in that roof. It depends how quick I get it built, of course. But yeah, so I'm still, trying to figure out that for myself. But once I do, I'll let you guys know. And of course, a YouTube community post. So definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you once again, guys. You are legends. Stay safe, of course. And I'll see you at the next Wheelassassin video coming very, very soon. Goodbye for now.